Hey my people, it's High Priestess CreoleQueen. It's the witching hour and I'm feeling witchy. And today I want to talk about reclaiming your personal power and protecting yourself from other people's energy. So this is kind of a video about protecting yourself psychically, okay? Protecting yourself against psychic attack, okay? We all have within us the innate nature, the innate ability to control outcomes in our lives. And this natural desire to want control, it lies within our ego. Okay? It lies within our ego. And this natural tendency that we have, it often manifests itself when we are babies, in infancy, and in childhood, in an effort to manipulate other people. Okay? Because we feel most secure. We feel most secure when we can control, or we can take control of situations around us, situations in our lives, situations and circumstances in our lives. Okay, and we feel most secure when we can rid ourselves of unwanted influences in our lives. And this is a natural desire. It's a natural desire that lies within our ego. So we are all controlling. We are all controlling to a degree. And that's why I said in my other videos that we all have narcissistic tendencies. We do. We are all narcissists. Nobody is exempt, okay? If you think you're not a narcissist, you're fooling yourself. You're in denial. You're in denial because we all have this within ourselves. It's a part of human nature to be controlling. It is. Okay? So like I said, we're all controlling to a degree. Okay? But some people don't have this ability under control. They don't. Because see, we all need self-discipline when it comes to our emotions and different things about our nature. Okay, we need to have self-control. And a lot of people, they don't have self-control. So they're very undisciplined in their actions, and they will go overboard in an attempt to control things to go the way that they want it to go. And this is because they don't have control over the part of themselves that has the desire to control. And these types of people will try to control every situation. And they will even try to control other people just to make sure that they come out on top. Okay? They want to be on top. They want to be winners at all costs. Okay? And they will use various different tactics to try to gain control over people. And they will manipulate, and they will intimidate, or they will dominate. All because they fear losing power. They fear losing power. It all stems from fear. These are very fearful people. Very fearful because they have to have it. They have to have control over everything. Okay? And they need to feel like they have the upper hand in things all the time. Because if they don't feel like they have the upper hand, they feel weak. They feel powerless. They feel insecure within themselves. Okay? They feel insecure within themselves. They have a fear of weakness. Okay? And that's what it is. They have a fear of weakness. Because they hate feeling weak. They hate feeling vulnerable. And they want to feel like they are winning at every cost. They want to feel like they are winning at every cost, okay? And these types of people usually target those who have a weak ego. I'm gonna say it again. These types of people, they target those who appear to have a weak ego. Okay? Those who are lacking in courage. Okay? And sadly, most people struggle with a weak ego. And they have problems setting boundaries for themselves. They have problems setting boundaries with other people. You know, some people, they have no boundaries because they lack self-esteem. They lack confidence within themselves. Okay? And these people are like vultures. They will sniff it out. They will, I smell insecurity. I smell low self-esteem. You know? So, people with a weak ego, they have problems setting boundaries for themselves. And boundaries mean, you know, they have no guidelines for their lives, for themselves. They have no rules or limits or, no limits to identify reasonable safe, and permissible ways for other people to behave towards them. Okay? And they don't know how to respond when someone crosses their boundaries. They don't know how to respond when somebody is crossing their boundaries. So these controlling people, such as narcissists, they will target someone who seems to be very chill, very relaxed, very kind, very affectionate, and very giving. If they seem like a softie, okay? These people will target people like that in order to try to take advantage of them or to use them for what they want, okay? Someone who can't say no, someone who won't say stop or don't, or, you know, don't do that, you know. See, because a controlling person hates boundaries. A narcissist hates fucking boundaries. Okay? They hate to be turned down or rejected. They really can't stand for someone to change their mind on them. They're not very flexible at all because they want what they want when they want it. Okay? So they hate boundaries. They hate to be turned down, hate to be rejected because they want what they want and they want it now. I'm teaching y'all today, I'm teaching y'all how to protect yourselves against these types of people. And these types of people are psychic vampires. They are. And some of them don't even know that they are psychic vampires, but you have to know and you have to protect yourself, okay? Okay, so they want to take advantage of you. So if you feel powerless and you feel like you are being controlled by someone, such as a narcissist, there is no way that you will ever change that person. There is no spell that you can do on this person, because this person has such they have such a sense of self. They have such a sense of self, okay? You know, there's a way to handle it. I'm going to tell you there's a way to handle them, but it's not by doing spells. It is mental. And really the magic is mental. Magic is mental. I tell y'all that all the time. Magic is mental, okay? So these types of people, they want to take advantage. They do, because they want to see what they can get out of it, what they can get from you, okay? So if you feel powerless and you feel like you're being controlled by someone, like I said, there's no way that you can change it. And the only solution is for you to become stronger. You have to become stronger. You have to become more powerful. Okay, you have to become more powerful. And you need to strengthen your ego. You have to strengthen your ego. I don't know why people try to throw out the ego. Oh, you know, it's not good. The ego is not good. You know, fuck that. You need the ego. Okay? The ego identifies who you are. You have to know who you are. Okay? You need to start setting boundaries for yourself. You need to learn to say no. It's that simple. Learn to say no. 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 Learn to stand up for yourself when people take things too far. You know what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. You know what you want and you know what you don't want. You know what you're okay with and what you're not okay with in your life. Okay? And these people will mock that. They will mock it, you know. You'll set a boundary and you say, oh, I don't want to do that. And then that person will be like, what you mean you don't want to do that? That is a person who does not respect boundaries. And there's a certain type of way you handle that type of person, okay? Your boundaries are about you having a healthy relationship with yourself and your own values and what is important to you. Okay? It's about being true to yourself. You feel weak because you are not being true to yourself. And then, you beat up on yourself because you didn't say no when you should have said no. You didn't stand up for yourself when somebody took it too far. Someone was disrespectful towards you and you allowed it. You didn't say anything. You didn't speak up for yourself because you wanted to be Mr. Nice Guy. And you didn't want to be viewed as being mean. You didn't want to be viewed as being an asshole. But sometimes it's good. It's actually good to be an asshole. It is. So go ahead and be an asshole. Okay? The truth is, I'm going to tell you the truth. CreoleQueen is about to tell you the truth. You are weak. I'm sorry to tell you, you are weak. And you need to start honoring who you are. You need to have more self-respect. Where the fuck is your self-respect? Okay? You're not even treating yourself right. because you're afraid to be an asshole. So you need to start honoring who you are and stop giving so much power over to other people. Stop giving so much of yourself and getting so little in return. You know, you have to respect yourself. You have to respect yourself. But, you know, when you are feeling weak and vulnerable on the inside, you don't respect yourself. You don't respect yourself enough to set boundaries for yourself. And so you allow other people to disrespect who you are. Controlling people are fucking disrespectful. Okay, they are disrespectful people who like to they like to cross, they like to cross other people's boundaries. Okay? They like to cross other people's boundaries. They don't give a fuck about your boundaries. All they care about is what they want. They care about their agenda. They just care about getting what they want. They just care about taking advantage of you. They don't give a fuck about what you got going on. They don't care about what your goals and your dreams and your visions are. They don't give a fuck about that. They don't. And that is why I teach you and I empower you to love yourself fiercely. Okay? So these people, these controlling people, they have their own agenda and their own plans for you. You know, everybody got a plan for you. Everybody got a plan for you. And if you don't have a plan for you, you are going according to someone else's plan. I just have news for you. That's the news. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a vision for your life and you don't know where you're going in life, other people is controlling you. So it's not your plan, but they will try to convince you to do things their way. And it's all because they want something from you. And so they're going to put you to work. If you don't have a dream, and you don't have a vision, somebody else is going to hire you to work for their vision or to work for their dream. And they might not even hire you. They might just try to manipulate you to do it. And that is the fucking real. It is. It's the fucking real. If they cannot manipulate you with kindness or get you to feel sorry for them, they will intimidate you to make you feel afraid. And if that doesn't work, then they will try to dominate you by bullying you. Okay, they will try to bully you or become violent towards you because they can't get their way. When they can't control you, they will turn completely against you. And this is a sign that that person has ulterior motives. And I'm telling you, I've had to deal with it in my life. And I can smell it from a mile away. I know people who come to me with ulterior motives because they are the ones coming to me. I didn't come to them. I didn't seek them out. They sought me out. But you have to be careful. Okay? Be strong. Don't be afraid of them beating your ass. Okay? Don't be afraid of these types of people. You have to learn to fight. You have to learn to fight. And, you know, you might not be stronger than them in size, or, you know, you might not be physically stronger than them. But you might be stronger than them mentally. You might be stronger than them spiritually or emotionally. Okay? You have to use your strength, and you have to empower yourself to get out of that situation. You know what is important to you. You know what you value. So fuck their plans for you. Fuck it. Completely throw that shit out. Fuck their plans. They got plans for you. Fuck it. You know, fuck their vision. You know, you have your own vision. You have your own vision. You know who you are. You know what you are comfortable with and what you are not comfortable with. You know, your boundaries, your inner boundaries, they protect you from other people's energy. They protect you from energy vampires. Okay? I know. And I'm telling the truth, okay? When you can't influence people to change, you need to change how you deal with them. Okay? You need to change how you deal with them. You cannot change them. You cannot change them with a spell. And I tell my clients that all the time. They're like, oh, how can I change this person? I want to change this person and make them like this. You can't control this person. You can't change this person. This person will not change because they have such a strong sense of self, and they are actually on a high vibration. They are. So you have to change how you deal with them. The only person that you can change is you. The only person that you can change is yourself. Okay? So you want somebody to change and they're not changing, you change. And then they'll change. They'll change because you changed. Okay? They'll change how they deal with you. They might not change with everybody, but they will change how they deal with you because you changed. And then they will be motivated to change. Like I said, once you change, they'll be motivated to change when they see that their old ways just won't work anymore. It's not working. How they used to handle you, how they used to deal with you, it's not working no more. So they got to find another plan. They got to do something different. Okay? So start honoring your needs. Honor your needs. Make it all about you. Be selfish. Be fucking selfish. Like I said, it is good. It is actually healthy. Okay, because see, when you're dealing with a narcissist, you're going to have to become narcissistic. You're going to have to become a narcissist yourself. And you probably do have narcissistic tendencies. You do. You know. You are going to have to learn to be selfish. You know, go to your place of solitude, sit down quietly, and figure out what your boundaries are. And decide what the consequences is going to be for people who try to cross your personal boundaries, people who try to invade your personal space. Okay? For example, I'm going to give you some examples, okay? Just a few. For example, you know, if a family member calls repeatedly, okay, after you have shared with them that, you know, you're busy, you won't be available to talk, you're busy with work or whatever it may be, just don't answer the phone. And they'll get it. They'll get the hint. They'll be mad, of course. Yes, they'll be mad. But fuck that. Fuck their feelings. Fuck it. You know. Also, if your spouse, if you have a spouse that, you know, your spouse continues to cross your boundaries after you told them countless times how you feel, and they don't seem to respect your feelings, they don't respect your boundaries, you have to leave that relationship to show them that you are serious. They are not going to change as long as you put up with the bullshit. As long as you putting up with it, as long as you constantly do things if you don't stay firm in what you're believing, or if you don't stay firm in what you need or what you want for your life, you are showing them that it's okay. You are showing them that they can continue to do what they've always done because you allow it. So the only way for you to see change is for you to change. You have to change, okay? So this is how you honor yourself, and this is how you remain true to yourself. This is how you respect yourself. This is how you develop self-respect. You got to have some self-respect. Okay, you have to respect yourself and honor your values, honor your core values. If you really believe that men are not supposed to beat on women, if you really believe that men, are not supposed to abuse women, or women are not supposed to abuse men, things like that, stay true to that. Stay true to that, because by you staying in that situation, you're lowering your self-esteem. Day by day, every minute, every second, every day that you stay in that negative relationship, that toxic relationship, every day that you stay there, you lower your self-esteem. So you got to get some balls. You got to get some balls, and you got to get up out of there. Okay? Even if you love them, you might love them so much. But you have to, what are you going to do? You're going to sacrifice yourself? You can't sacrifice yourself. They have to go. They have to go. Not you. Okay? So you're choosing them over yourself. Every time. Every time. Every time they do something against your personal boundaries and disrespect your personal space, your who you are, they disrespect who you are. That is why you have low self-esteem. So you degrade yourself when you're constantly doing things for people that you said that you wouldn't do. Oh, I would never let a man do this. Or I would never let a man do that. Or I would never let a woman do this to me. Okay, you said you wouldn't do it. Then you feel bad about yourself and you get angry at yourself because you didn't do what you really wanted to do. You did what they wanted you to do. You didn't do what you wanted to do. You did what they wanted you to do. So fucking what if they get angry? So fucking what? Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck their feelings. Fuck that shit. You are not responsible. Let me tell you something. You are not responsible for other people's feelings. You are not responsible for how they feel. Okay? You are not responsible for their choices or their actions. You are not responsible. Everybody has plans for you. They have plans for you. Yes, they do. And they will test you, and they will push you, and they will disrespect your fucking limits. They will. Just like children do. They want to see what the fuck they can get away with. Okay? But a person with self-authority has the ability to discipline other people. You discipline them. They have consequences for breaking your rules. They do. They have consequences. They have to pay the fucking price. They do. You gotta pay the fucking price. So when they do this, when they disrespect your limits, you know, then you react emotionally. You get all riled up when you're being tested, and that is not healthy. It's not. You know, sometimes people think that that's healthy. You know, you get all riled up and like, oh, I don't feel like doing this shit. And okay, the fact that you're doing that, the fact that they can excite you like that, the fact that they can get you all riled up, you know, it's a sign that you're unhealthy. It's a sign that you're being controlled. You want them to control you, or you're letting them control you. You know. You know. Or you might hide your true feelings. You hide your true feelings because you're afraid of their reaction. You're afraid of what they're gonna do to you. What they're gonna do, you know. You're afraid what they're gonna do. if you don't give them their way. You're afraid that they might hurt you, or they might hurt themselves, or they might hurt your children. I know that feeling. I know how it is. I really do. But we should never allow someone to force an emotional response out of us. Okay? Because when you know who you are, you don't allow someone else to make you feel some type of way. When you know who you are, you don't get all riled up. You know? You don't get all excited. You know, because your actions will speak louder than your words ever will. Your actions speak louder than your words ever will. So don't worry about what they think. Don't worry about how they feel. Your boundaries is what grounds you. Knowing what is important to you will ground you. Knowing how to fight and stand up for yourself and stand up for what you believe in, that is what grounds you. See, you don't have to fight with your fists. Okay? It's good to have that skill, by the way. It really is. It's very good to be able to whoop somebody's ass. It really is. But you don't have to get physical all the time. You know, it's good to have weapons and all that shit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get me a couple of weapons. But your main weapon is here. Okay, you have to fight back with your mind. Okay? And it is your actions. It is your actions, not your words, that will ground you. It is your actions that actually wins the fight. It wins the battle. It's your actions. Okay? Know what your intentions are and do exactly what you intend to do. Stay focused on your own intentions. Stay focused. Stay focused on your own goals, your own vision. This is how you win. This is how you defeat a fucking controlling person, a control freak. Psychically, this is how you protect yourself against these types of people. Stay focused on your own shit. Okay? And ignore them. You don't need to explain shit to nobody. You don't have to check in. You don't have to check in with them to see if it's okay. No. No. You don't owe nobody any explanation for what you do and why you do what the fuck you do. Okay? Just do what the fuck you gotta do. And I tell you, if you do this, your life will never be the same. You will be forever changed, I tell you. Okay? You will be a much happier person, a much healthier person. Okay? But this type of person is, their ego is stronger than your ego. If their ego is stronger than your ego, you have to learn to manipulate them. You have to deceive them. Okay? Because you hip to the game now. You hip to the game. You have to know how to manipulate when they're stronger. when they have a stronger ego, when they have a stronger personality. Okay? You have to deceive a person who is like that in order to keep the peace with them. Because they will start a war. They will start a war when they can't have their way. And this is how you fight back spiritually. You tell them what they want to hear, but you do whatever the fuck you are going to do anyway. And don't give a fuck about how they think or how they feel. And that is how you manipulate the manipulator. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video to be informative, educational, maybe even entertaining. You have a good day, and I will talk to you next time. Peace and dark blessings.